a couple. I mean, for us, it was like last week, maybe almost 2 weeks ago or something.
So it was
But
Tuesday.
for us, it was Tuesday. But
Well, it was Tuesday, but I don't actually know what day it really was.
yeah, literally, we have no clue what it was because by the time this goes up, it will have been like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. So who the fuck knows? But we did a video where we were farming for the Nidus part, the chassis, I believe, because I was just re-listening to it
The
yesterday.
Nidus part, that's a great thing to mention.
The
Mm,
Nidus is a really good warframe. Anyways, what I was doing was I was going over that same point about how the truth is the truth, no matter how few people say it. And there was
no matter
another.
how bad it hurts.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that I was trying to. There was another aspect of that I was trying to go over, and I couldn't. Like, I had it, and I just lost it. But it was like today. I think I basically just remembered it, and it's basically it's another aspect of that fact is that the truth is the truth, no matter how few people say it. And a lie is the lie. It will always be a lie, no matter how many people believe it. But the thing is, the other aspect of that also that we mentioned, but we have mentioned this before. I'm quite sure multiple times, and pretty much nobody else mentions this. It doesn't get said very often or enough. But the truth is the truth, even if nobody ever says it. Like if we never say it out loud, it's still the truth. And there's a lot of stuff we have never said out loud that we know, that we think, that we believe. And if we don't say it out loud or in a stream, it's still true, and we still called it, even if you don't hear us saying it in a fucking video, like the whole.
Driver actually did a good job of pointing this out to people a couple days ago when he said, if it's a scam, but nobody ever finds out, is it really a scam?
And the thing is, yes, it is. And that's the thing is that even if nobody says it, yes, it's still a scam. And, Ethan Van Sciver believes otherwise, but that's because he is wrong. He is an incorrect person, and what he believes is a lie. What Comicscape believes is a lie. Yes. He's an inherently immoral person by nature, possibly genetically. There may be a genetic component to it, but we don't know. Hey,
definitely.
You know me, I don't like to judge people on their inferior bad genes. But
just because I have bad genes and are fat.
Yes, but also, and maybe genetically predisposed to being dishonest, Is it wrong to judge people for something they can't help? No, it's not wrong to judge them. In fact, I think it's correct and good, and sometimes even fun. Anyways, but yeah, that's a very important point.
After all, yeah, if it makes me feel better as a person, really bad, is it actually bad to fucking harm another person?
Nah, Especially if they're a bad person who deserves it, which, most comic book fans, they deserve it. Anyways, yeah, so it's a very important point. It's very simple. It's something I just wanted to do a video on. So yeah, if you're don't complain about this video being too short because it's only a couple minutes long. But yeah, even if nobody says it, the truth is the truth, even if not a single person utters the word or even thinks it. It will still be true.
More important than any of those points is I need endo, so I found a statue just sitting here, so I made sure to mark it.
These are hard to find. You know what? I'm going back, and I'm going to go get it.
I want to make sure not to go too far so that it doesn't get unmarked.
In fact, somebody else came back here. Oh, here it is. It's one of the fucking wavy things.
One of the wavy things.
Yeah, it's one of the wavy statues with the fucking bars that just spin around in circles. But anyways, no problem. No big deal. Just another parasite. But
just another parasite. The fuck?
Scream.
Put these people in quicksand or some shit.
What are you doing over there? We're escaping. Oh, there you are. Anyways, yeah. So it's a massive truth, universal. And again, if we can't put it into words, it's still true. If we don't say it, it's still true, and we believe it. Our lives are modeled around it. This thing, even if it's never put into words. Like, there's several things about Comicsgate that are unspoken by anyone, perhaps even including us, but that we think and therefore are true, and therefore when it becomes proven, we'll be like, yeah, we said it, we fucking called it. Not that we said it, but that we called it just because we thought it, and that is true. And I don't care if anyone thinks, no, if you don't say it, it doesn't count. No, if we just think it, it counts. And it counts as a bragging point of our superiority. And that's all that's true. But more important than that is that here. Wait, hold on a second. I gotta fucking invite again. More important than that is we got to do one more run of this. But no, one more important than that is, again, not only is the truth no matter how few people believe it or say it, but the truth is the truth even if nobody knows it. If nobody knows it, if no one's aware, if it disappears into history completely, if it is covered over with a lie and nobody ever believes it, it's still, that truth is still...
That's what really brings me down about the human race, is that there are lies that have persisted for thousands of years.
And some of them are just gone forever. The actual fact, the knowledge of the truth is gone forever, but just because the knowledge of the truth is gone forever, it is still true and always will be. Like, people can believe that Ethan Van Sciver is a good, morally good person, and fighting
the culture war.
Yeah, instead of him actually being a pathological liar, which is, objectively proven and irrefutable, people still try to refute it. That's the thing about the normie cattle, the inferior. You can spot a genetically inferior person because they will try to refute or deny something that is irrefutable and already objectively quantified. And in fact, that was just happening the other day. Apparently, Preston was on with one of the stupid War Campaign, Comicsgate, whoever the fuck, some other guy. There's like 20 people named Adam, and it was one of the other Adams. I don't fucking even know who they are. Adam. Yeah, and people so
not being named Adam.
And to be honest, I always think that Preston couldn't go on with them and try to do the debate and stuff. But for us, that time has passed. The argument has long been over. We won. And again, we don't have to... This goes to the point we're making. We don't have to have the debate anymore. It's true regardless of the debate. Regardless of who wins the debate, regardless of who loses the debate, regardless of who wins the optics, who comes off better looking.
Somebody looks... in a fucking stream or something. Oh, this person didn't look so good in the stream.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, none of that matters. The truth is the truth regardless of any of that. Oh, I just missed it. Anyways, and that's what we're about. Now, no one else is really about that. Most everyone else is about how you look or who looks like they won the argument because one person came off looking cool but was a liar and a fraud, but the other person who told the truth was flustered or awkward or something. And, I've seen that. And I've seen people who just, I remember on the Kill stream, there was other people who were there to, argue with Ethan, who were just losing their shit, and, they sounded like they were on the verge of crying. And it's like, I wanted people to know, and we couldn't tell anyone because the world would never be able to listen, and we didn't have the time. But I wanted the world to know that those people don't even represent us. We're our own thing, and we've been that before them. These people are just coming in trying to be like us, but they're angry and whiny because Ethan hurt their feelings or something. Meanwhile, we are...
I wanted a comic book and I didn't get my comic book.
Yeah, I didn't. I wanted the Cyberfrog book and it didn't. And Ethan ripped me off. He's ruining the movement. Again, fuck the movement. Comicsgate was always for faggots. And we proved that in 2016.
Movements are stupid.
Here's the thing. I remember John Della Rose was going around a couple years ago bragging he was saying and bragging that he was the first person to come up with Comicsgate, and his proof of that was here's an article I wrote in 2017. It's the first time anyone's ever said Comicsgate, and then we proved that was a lie because because I posted to the 8chan board where we said Comicsgate and then came up with the idea of Comic Liberty, which was, because it needed a better name automatically. And again, 2015. All of this was around. Nobody wanted to fucking talk about it or spread the word. But it was true. All of it was still true, remains true to this day. And always will be true, no matter if nobody believes it. But the thing is that, yeah, he was saying that, and he was, and it didn't matter. Again, in 2017, he was like, oh, I came up with the idea for Comicsgate. And in 2016, a year before that, we pointed out that Comicsgate was always going to fail. And so, while no one else had even caught up to that.
More importantly than his pitiable belief that's like, yeah, we needed a Comicsgate. I made sure to point that out a long time ago. We pointed out that Comicsgate would fail, and we were right on. I mean, it's not like it was difficult to predict that.
In 2015, we said there should be a Comicsgate, and then we came up with the actual good idea for it. Let's see, we're going to the Derelict. Derelict. But anyways, yeah, so that's the thing. While everyone else was so far behind us, they were trying to be like, oh, I had an idea for Comicsgate. Some people were even saying that they were like, oh, I had an idea for Comicsgate in 2011. And it's like, no, you didn't. You absolutely, you didn't think, hey, Gamergate needs to be a comic book version of Gamergate years before fucking Gamergate. That's stupid. If you're gonna say, oh, I've been against SJWs in comics and how they're
buying their comics.
Yeah, first of all, you're still buying their comics. So no, if you say you were for a Comicsgate in 2011 or anything like that, you're still buying their comics. So no, but also that wasn't anything new. We were saying that leftism had been using comic books to brainwash society and basically culture jam and take over the cultural mindset since the mid 2000s. So, as far as coming up with a Comicsgate, no, we were, again, movements are stupid. Movements have always been stupid because they allow you to be beholden to other people's dumb, fucking inferior, incompetent ideas. And in that case, you don't have a movement, you have a dictatorship, which is kind of better, but it's also not good either, because then you're an easy target, and everyone becomes an easy target for you. So it's really, it's not worthwhile, it's not dope.
It's not red-pilled.
It's not based, it's not red and base-pilled.
It's not the red sunglasses from They.
Yes, exactly. Anyways, so yeah, but that's all of it ties together already in Arkansas. That's pretty cool. All of it ties together perfectly, though.
You know what I prefer to your piddling movements and philosophies
and comic books?
An Orcancell.
An Orcancell. Those are so much better than all that gay shit. Miss me with that gay shit.
So we're gonna call the Orca Man and let him know that we got an Orcancell.
It's based in Orcancell pilled.
Orcancell pilled is the best pill.
The best
beyond all other pills.
It's sort of, it's almost like the, hey, fuck all this politics, I just want to grill. Fuck all this politics, I just want to farm Orcancells. We need to do that. Okay, we'll need to do that. Is just fucking take that thing and then take a fucking picture of an Orcancell and put it on the grill. That will be our new fucking. That'll be a new meme. Remind me to do that later. Whoever listens to this, fucking DM me. Remind me to do that, or go do it yourself. I mean, for a change, go actually do it for yourself. Unfortunately, the one guy who's probably going to do it is the guy who already works harder than we do. Fucking, I guess I shouldn't name him because he's got to be anonymous, but he's doing a comic for me, and I'm probably going to fucking post. I'm going to paste this to him before anyone else sees it because it's part of.
He's already outproduced Comicsgate.
But even the people around on our server, when we're like, oh, somebody should do a Photoshop of this thing, and usually it's like either Nopeful or it's like fucking this guy will do it.
Or us.
Yeah, or us. And it's like fucking, other people who I know aren't doing anything just fucking sit around. And it's like...
Greens even.
I can't even tell you how unimpressed I am.
Other fucking green names sitting around not pulling their weight.
Fucking green name ass motherfucker. Green name niggas. Some of them are still, some of them do stuff at least, and they got other. I understand some of them have things to do, but I know there are many people in our server who don't do shit at all.
Green names even.
Yes.
But some of you green names are okay. Don't show up to Comicsgate tomorrow.
Yes. Anyways, but no, some of them, like, fucking, I understand, actually do other stuff. Like, I know there's a couple artists who fucking, do doodles, and then they have work, like, they're fucking working at a law office or some shit, and they're, like, in their downtime, they might doodle some kawaii AF drawings or something as a hobby. And it's like, hey, some of those people, I would pay. Now, them I would pay. I don't expect them to just do stuff. Them, I'm like, hey, would you be willing to do a comic, something like that? We're still looking for good artists to do a bunch of comics with, Anyways, Za.
So like, share, comment, subscribe.
Well, just a little more though. It's worth reiterating again the whole point of the idea of a truth eternally being true, no matter not even if how few people know it or say it or believe it.
No matter how small. There's also, it's like some Japanese guy who's like, you must always bend to the truth.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
No matter how fucking easy it is to believe a lie.
But that's why Comicsgate is failing. That's where it all ties in.
Believing a lie nowadays.
That's where it all ties in, though, that's why Comicsgate is failing. That's why Ethan Van Sciver, like, his entire for the rest of his life, he will be remembered as one of the biggest pariahs and frauds in the comics industry. And people still aren't aware of it. People still aren't aware of what's coming.
Especially not people who are fans of comic books.
Yeah,
they're the least aware of it.
Comic book fans are the least prescient people in the history. They cannot see...
Their industry went bankrupt. How do you fuck that up? Fucking Marvel, top of the fucking industry, and then immediately, like, within a year, they go bankrupt. Like, no other company fucks up that horribly without committing major fraud.
Comic book fans...
Marvel didn't even have the excuse of being an Enron or a World.
Yeah, exactly. They had something that people were buying anyways. But comic book fans are so myopic. They can't see, and they can't even see past their own giant crooked noses.
Another fucking hotfix. Okay, yeah. We're gonna have to do another 20-minute. We're gonna have to do another 20-wave run of this, which means we're gonna put even more videos behind a paywall.
Even another 20-minute video. Fucking.
Okay, we're gonna have to leave after the 10 waves.
Yeah, that's fine.
Probably.
Yeah, we'll go for that.
10-0 con. Motherfucking con.
It was as far as the whole point, it's another thing is that the truth being the truth, no matter how few people believe it. In comics, less people believe the truth than any other aspect of society or life or interests. Comic book fans are the least aware of objective reality.
It's like, what the fuck does this have
They're
to do with
so unaware of objective reality that most of them will say, yeah, fucking other comic book fans are completely delusional as they themselves are pathological. Like, again, Zombie Nomicon used to go after other people for being fantasy-oriented people, and then he would be completely obsessed with fantasy tripe bullshit and superhero. He would start... But again, he hid that just to try to con us. Us specifically, even more than Preston, because he knew Preston didn't care about that stuff. He knew that we did, so that he would lie to us about his own beliefs. And that is the nature of a comic book fan, is that they'll lie even about what they themselves think. That's why there's so many fake Christians, like Mike S. Miller and so on, in comic books, because they don't actually believe in Christianity to any extent. They lie to themselves about what they believe, because what they believe doesn't matter even to themselves or anyone else.
We're the only ones holding them even to that standard.
Yeah, and nobody holds them to any standard or ever will. And that, again, ties in with how the truth will always be the truth. You must bow to the truth. It doesn't matter if not a single other human soul ever speaks a word of that truth. It is still true regardless. And the thing is that we know and understand it. We know and understand several things we don't even say out loud, because sometimes it's hard to specify
We
just understand the sort of the grand truth.
Are so advanced we can't even formulate them into speech.
Yeah, sometimes
so ahead of the curve.
There literally aren't human words for the facts we have an innate understanding of. So I think that's pretty important because, again, it goes to show, and it also goes to show, like, people are unaware of what happens tomorrow. And because when something happens tomorrow and therefore it hasn't happened yet, people assume, especially in comic books, delusional, retarded, low IQ people think it will never happen. People think that Ethan Van Sciver will not be remembered as a fraud, even though he has been caught in hundreds of lies, that all it will take is for them to be compiled. And they will be soon. And that's the thing is that, again, Preston was on that show, and they were like, oh, why do you insult Comic-Gate people, and fucking, why do you say that Ethan called, you lied because you said that Ethan's Ribbit coin was a fraud, when it actually was a fraud. It was a scam. It was a fake coin that was proven objectively, scientifically, and their argument for that was, I don't want to believe it. Again, there was no argument. There will never be an argument. Anyways, and all of that ties into, again, the truth is the truth, no matter how few people believe it. And because of that, Comicsgate is losing the argument and will be, and in time. Now, right now, people still are unaware of it. In time, people will know. And when they do, all of you are going to have a lot of excuses to be making. Every single one of you who ever made an excuse for Comicsgate or Ethan or guys, other pathological compulsive liars like Tug or fucking Yellow Tug or fucking Orange Tug.
Yellow Tug, Umbrella Flash.
Yeah, whoever the fuck,
Both of their names are stupid. It's not important for me to get their names right.
All of them are going to have excuses. And they will get away with lying if you let them. And so far, all of you are, and we aren't. We never let them get away. Even guys like fucking Captain Cummings and Comic Book Hut and these other faggot losers who we had to pretend to like for a little while. But I'm so glad we don't have to anymore. But we called them out, and we called them out as being worthless and stupid and devoid of any fucking point. So, none of that other fucking shit matters. We pointed it out, and, sometimes you have to pretend to be diplomatic or whatever to put up with people who are pathological liars, who are frauds, who are, I guess what the Christians would call satanic, who are Satanists, and who exist to lie to you and then get angry when they get called on it. Again, we call them all out because we don't have anything to lose. And when it comes to people who have nothing to lose, a little important fact that low IQ people don't know is when someone has nothing to lose, that is the last person you want to fuck with. Just like James Caan in Thief. Music by Tangerine Dream. So, unlike, share, comment, don't subscribe, and should have listened to Shitty Web Comics.